Hey Lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Aries Only, where I channel messages for Aries only. My name is Gina, and I'm so excited to read your cards for you today. I have a cool reading planned. It's called What Do They Truly Think of You? And we're going to do a deep dive into their perception of you, their opinion of you, their views of you, whether it's positive or negative, if they want to continue the connection, their ultimate assessment of your character and the way this person sees you. And we're also going to dive into the reasons behind these opinions and feelings and characterizations. I don't know how it's going to come out, if it's going to be based off of your behavior or their own issues or something like that. I guess we'll see how the reading unfolds. I'm really excited. So, really quickly to get started, I'm going to just draw two oracle cards to see who this person is. So, the first one is going to show us who this person is, and the second oracle card is going to show us their relationship to you. And just keep in mind, if it's not the relationship that you had in mind or the connection you had in mind, it might be a different connection that spirit wants to talk to you about, or it just might not be your reading. So obviously you'll know if it resonates. So, and keep in mind as well that this could refer to like a platonic or a romantic connection, family, friend, coworker, boss, whatever spirit I guess thinks you need to hear. So let's see, who is this person? What is this person? How would Aries know who this person is? Give me a card that would show Aries who this person is that they're asking about. Okay, just put that there for a sec. And what is their relationship to Aries? How will they know who this person is? All right. Give them some clues, spirit. What is this person's relationship? Okay. We have trine, flow, and guide. Okay. Very nice. So who is this person to you? This is somebody that I would guess they could be some sort of authority figure in your life, or they could even be a friend that you feel possesses some sort of wisdom, or this could be a very controlling person in your life if we're like looking at the shadow side of this energy. The light attribute says represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself, and the shadow is places financial gains and control over imparting spiritual insight. So this could be somebody in your life that is more concerned with superficial. Is I'm getting more so the shadow, I have to be honest, like overall, like right off the bat. One of the reasons being that we had the destroyer energy in the bottom of the deck. And again, there is no energy that is positive or negative, just like in and of itself. There's like a light and a shadow attribute to all, to everything in this world, honestly. So, but I was just, when I saw this, like the first thing that popped in my head was like, oh, this is a destructive person. And the shadow is intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. So I feel like this could be somebody that has very certain ideas, perhaps about you and what you should be doing in your life. And as long with this trine flow and the fact that it was sideways, I feel like your relationship with them will depend basically on your adherence to their guiding light. Whether your guide, like, so this could be, I feel like it could go either way. The fact that it's sideways kind of neutralizes the positive or negative, and it could be different. So if you're somebody that follows the edict of this person, say this is a boss, let's use this as example, but they're like kind of a hard ass, kind of controlling, and kind of just like they care about their bottom line and they don't necessarily care about their employees, and you just sort of go along and do whatever they say. Like you could have like a very harmonious relationship, and they could favor you, and they could um feel very inclined towards you. But if you're sort of rebelling against these rules or questioning them and things like that, then you could have a very like contentious relationship with them, and you could have a relationship that's fraught with arguments and conflicts and power struggles. So I feel like the fact that it came out like that is very telling as well. So that's just a quick thing, like to get us going. I'm trying to think if I'm seeing anything else here about this person. Also, if we're talking about like a parent or like just like a whole family dynamic in general, this could be multiple people with the owl and this person depicted here. This could represent a family dynamic, and you could be maybe a black sheep of the family, and um or you could be fitting in with the family but feeling like you want to branch out into a different direction, or feeling like you don't really align with your family's overall values, and feeling that you sort of want to break away from the pack, and you know that that's going to cause like a hindrance in your relationship with them. Okay, so let's go ahead now and get the tarot. I feel like we're off to an interesting start. I feel like if I had to guess, this could be romantic. I'm more so getting a family or a work dynamic, if I'm being honest, but this also could be like a controlling partner. This could be, yeah, like a romantic connection, even if it's like something new. This could just be like, maybe like a warning that this person does have this side to them. So, all right, let's go ahead with the reading. I'm just going to get all the tarot out first. So if you want to skip ahead, feel free to fast forward during the shuffling process. But I am going to ask all the questions. But I'll go over them again once I have everything out. So you don't have to worry that you're going to miss anything. So let's go ahead. What does this person's overall opinion of you? Is it positive or negative? I'm using all new decks and they're all very slippery, so bear with me, please. Is this person's overall opinion of Aries going to be positive or negative? Okay, let's see, Spirit. What do you have for me? Is your overall opinion of the viewer, my Aries watching, positive or negative? One card, please. The Empress. Ooh, okay. Very interesting. What is their favorite thing about you? Ooh, that's too many. What is this person? Ooh, okay. The Tower. Okay. I like this. And their least favorite thing about you. What is this person's least favorite thing about Aries? The Nine of Cups. Okay. And did they want to continue the connection? The High Priestess. Okay. And in which way do they want to continue this connection? How do they want this connection to continue and grow and evolve? The Knight of Pentacles. Okay. And ultimate assessment of your character. Oh, let's see. I don't know. I felt to take that. The Queen of Cups and the Lovers. Okay, now I feel like this could be romantic now that I'm looking at this tarot, and I feel like this is somebody, like if this is a romantic partner, I feel like this is somebody that maybe started out very controlling, and maybe they're like learning as they go with you or something like that. Um Maybe like this guide energy, and this is so interesting because the way that I have this reading set up is that we're looking at this, like, which is the way that they see you, and then we're looking at the reasons behind, and it's like supposed to be a sort of mirror. And I feel like the purpose of this and why I felt so called to do this reading was because I feel like your guides wanted to illustrate that like other people's opinions have very little to do with you, whether good or bad. It's more so about the way they feel, and I feel like vice versa as well, because I feel like you could be seeing this person in this controlling light, but I almost feel like they're seeing you not in a similar, yeah, I guess in a similar way, in a way where like they've learned a lot from you, and maybe like you were like a guide to them, but they were also trying to control or like get you to do things differently than you wanted to as well. I don't know. I'm seeing like a certain dynamic. Again, this could still apply to like a parent or like a boss, and we'll get into all these examples, but let's see the reasons why. So, why does this person have this overwhelming opinion of this person being an empress? We have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. And what is their favorite thing about you? Why is it the Tower? What is the reason behind the Knight of Cups? Okay. And their least favorite thing about you, the Nine of Cups. Why is that their least favorite thing? The Nine of Cups. Clarifying the Nine of Cups. Very interesting. Okay. Um, and do they want to continue the connection with the High Priestess? Why do they feel that way? Oh, oh my God. Again, with the High Priestess clarifying. This is like kind of cray. But also the Eight of Wands and the High Priestess. Okay. And the Knight of Pentacles. This is the way they want to continue the connection. And which way? What is the clarifier? Sorry, let me go here. The Fool. Okay. And the ultimate assessment of your character, guys. What is that? Oh my goodness. We have the Five of Wands. Very interesting. Overall energy is the Empress. And the overall energy, sorry, on the other deck was the Four of Wands. So it's very interesting because I was getting like quite a negative energy like from this person starting out. And I feel like, remember how I was saying like whatever way that you interact with them does affect like your dynamic. So I feel like for the people that'll resonate with this reading the most, what has like affected this person the most, like you have really affected this person the most, and I would say it caused some change in them. So starting out, we have, do they see you in a positive or a negative light? With the Empress, I would say yes, they see you in a positive light. They also see you up on a pedestal. Um, they also see you as being more just like self-sufficient and like in your own entity. Does that make sense? Like they see you as somebody that doesn't necessarily need their guidance. They see you in a very independent light, and depending on your financials, your financial standing or situation, um this could mean a number of things. So say this is the boss example that we are using, or the family example that we are using. Let's go into a more platonic explanation at first. They see you as being self-sufficient and maybe not needing their guidance, not needing their money, not needing their assistance. Like you're your own person, you're independent, you're thriving. If anything, they see you as thriving and being very financially stable. Um Self-sufficient and independent. So I would say overwhelming, like their opinion of you is positive in and of yourself, but also the way that this Nine of Pentacles, this person looks, it's almost like maybe they wish that you needed them more, or they know that they don't have as much of a grasp like or control over you, because this person looks a little bit like they're left out in the cold, like you don't need them, and I feel like they wish that you needed their assistance a little bit more sometimes. um it's almost like with this Empress energy, you're so abundant and you're so in your own energy. You're just like embodying your own energy and just so self. And even we see this here with the Nine of Cups. Like we'll get into that later, but I almost actually want to skip to that and then we'll come back to their favorite thing about you. But this is coming through like a double message. Nine of Cups clarified by the Nine of Cups as their least favorite thing about you. They see you as being very emotionally fulfilled. I want to like kind of do a little compare contrast of these two Nine of Cups like up close. So let me just do this quickly. But like look, they see you as very like just sitting there enjoying your life. You're not like needing anything. You're very in and of yourself. And your cups are all like upright and organized and like in alignment. Like they see you as very emotionally stable and fulfilled in and of yourself and self-sufficient. And then we're looking at this Nine of Cups. It looks a little bit more chaotic, and I feel like this is them, and they don't feel that same sense of, some of the cups are like spilled over, toppled over, waving around. Like they're still trying to maybe get a hold of embodying this emotional fulfillment that you have, this self satisfaction that you have. And I also feel like there's this sense here of their least favorite thing about you is that I would say maybe you almost have this air of like you feel calmer when you're on your own, and the way that you maybe treat them or speak to them, like they know that like you prefer when they're not around, or you prefer your own company. It's not even like that it's like against them, but like I feel like sometimes like, okay, look at this. I just realized there's like this dragon or dinosaur, whatever that thing is, kind of like coming and toppling over the cups. I think they feel like that when they're in your life for some reason. You have this energy of like, ugh, like I was like a lot happier before you like came back into the picture. So like again, speaking of like a romantic connection, that could be like, oh, you're disrupting like my perfect little life. Like they almost feel like they're an infringement on your life. If this is like a family member or a coworker or a friend or a boss, it could be um like, especially if it's like a boss, like you could be like off working doing your own thing, and then when they come to try to maybe reprimand you or something, you just have this air of like, oh, can you like leave me alone? Like I know what I'm doing. And I feel like you're usually like proven right. There's this air of like, get away from me. Like I don't need your help or something like that. Like they feel very like you're very strong and it's like emotion, like you don't need them. Like you're kind of like unbothered by their antics, I would say, like whatever their antics are. Like you just, I would say, like, yes, your cups will topple over, but and you'll just kind of have this air of like sighing and being like, oh, great, like, all right, are you done yet? Like, are you finished? Like, are you just about finished? Like, thank you, goodbye. Like, it's not like you don't get like super upset. You're just kind of like, you're unbothered, like, and they don't like it, and they're trying to get your attention, and they're trying to maybe create some chaos or get an emotional reaction out of you, and it's just you don't bite, you know what I mean? Whether platonic or romantic, like that's, but they wish sometimes that you had more of an emotional reaction to them. You needed them more emotionally, or you needed their approval more, or something like that, depending on the dynamic and what it is. It'll be a little bit different. But there is this sense of you just being like in and of yourself. That's like one of the first messages that I got. And they can't really get to you as easily. Like their antics that work on other people don't really get to you. And that's why with this trine energy, I feel like this person has like changed and grown a little bit. And they're like, I don't know, they're like, I'm surprised the strength card isn't here, because that's kind of like the vibe that I'm getting, where you're kind of bringing this person to heal a little bit. And you're like, I don't know, I feel like you're making them see like a side of their own personality, like in a way, like, and shedding some light on their own psyche for them, that they're like, okay, like maybe I need to try a new tactic or something, because I'm looking at this. But so what is their favorite thing about you? The Tower. I feel like I almost want to clarify that a little bit, but I feel like with the Tower, they could feel that you're just like very like majestic and very beautiful, very strong, very intense person with the Tower. That's like Scorpio. Well, it's really Mars energy. Very dynamic person. Hold on one second. I'm just gonna like get into this bag. What is this person's favorite thing about you? eccentric. Okay, like you just like do your own thing. You're not afraid to be different. You're not afraid to be outside the box with the eccentric energy. Again, that kind of like goes to the same thing, like where you're not afraid to be in and of yourself. You're not bothered by what other people think. You're just like doing your own thing. Clarify this tower energy, expressive. Um, with the Mars energy, with the expressive, I feel like again, you're not someone, again, if this is a work dynamic, you're not someone that just follows the company line. You're not someone that goes along to get along. um I feel like almost it's interesting that at the beginning of the reading I was saying that like, oh, if you're someone that goes along to get along, like you probably have a good relationship, but I almost feel like it's the opposite in this case. But I do feel like the relationship is dependent on how somebody would treat this person, and I feel like you treat this person with the tower. It's like it's almost like, look, the tower has the ability to explode and crumble and whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like it has like the tower is usually a very destructive energy as well, which we had the destroyer. I feel like it's almost like as long as you're becoming correct with the Knight of Cups here, like as being respectful, treating me well, I will also remain this tower will remain intact. Like there won't be any disruption or chaos. But if there isn't, like with the expressive energy, I feel like you could, even with the eccentricity like that we have here, I feel like it's more so that you go against the grain and maybe stand up to this person where like other people don't, and you really say what needs to be said. And maybe just again, even almost by you express things by like being more by being quiet and backing away, because even this isn't a very like chaotic disruptive tower. It looks almost peaceful and beautiful, but I feel like you just almost like distance yourself, like the way it's like up high on this thing. You're just kind of like, okay. And I feel like you just like stand in your power is something that I'm getting. And like the why behind this with the Knight of Cups, I feel like this person, you might like, for instance, make this person apologize when they wouldn't normally apologize. You might make this person make moves towards you to give gifts to you or like do things like that where they wouldn't normally do that. Like it's like you're almost like humbling this person a little bit and teaching them respect. And I feel like this person needs to be taught respect, and they respect you because their overall um opinion of you is of an empress. So they see you in this light of like a very kind, soft, feminine light, but also strong, like with the tower as well. So very, very interesting. Now moving on here to like do they want to continue the connection with the high priestess? Um, I would say I'm a little confused by that. I mean, overall, looking at all the cards, I would say yes, they want to continue the connection, but I feel like there is some sort of like ulterior secret motive behind it. Um, let's see, badass. Let's see. That's interesting. Let me get a little more. Hold on. With awkward. Okay. I feel like I almost am getting a sense because we have this clarified by the Eight of Wands and the High Priestess. So I feel like they have like a secret attraction to you, or if this is romantic, this could just mean, and if this is a family member, like we're not going to say that, but like we'll go back to that. But if this is just like a friend or like a platonic situation that's not familial, I feel like they could almost, with the Eight of Wands, have some sort of attraction to you, but like want to be keeping it a secret or something like that. If it's not appropriate for whatever reason, or if this is a romantic partner, this could just mean that they're very, very like attracted to you, and they don't want you to see like with the two high priestesses, it's like they see you as keeping your cards close to the vest, and it's almost like they try to do the same, but I feel like their energy is a little bit more unstable with the Eight of Wands backing it up. It's almost like, okay, like I'm looking at these two cards and they're coming through in this like more muted, with the high priestess, like this muted color. It's like a dark maroon. And then here it's this vibrant orange. I feel like this is how they really feel. And they try to almost like come off this way, but it's not, they can't like match your energy. I feel like they try to match your energy, but there's this like chaotic energy behind it where like emotionally, like they always, it's almost like you win. I don't, not like that you win, but like that they're the ones that end up making the move, because look at this right here. And this is how they want to continue the connection. And it's coming through as the Knight of Pentacles, and this person is like down on one knee, like showing reverence or showing respect or showing like humility again. And this could, if this is romantic, this could mean that they want to like, show up for you in the right way. Maybe again, give you gifts is something that I'm getting. He's holding out this pentacle to this high priestess. They're recognizing, there's just something about you that's just like you're just yourself. Like this isn't like a flashy, like you're just embodying your own energy with the awkward. Um this could just mean that you're not somebody that's like super loud and in people's faces. You're just sort of like pulled back doing your own thing here, and they're very like almost like this mysterious energy, but sometimes I feel like you have this like awkward charm that they find like sweet, but then there's like this badass energy as well. So I feel like they are just like noticing that you're like a lot of different things in one. Like they've seen like such different sides of you, where like you could seem like super like, again, with this awkward energy, whatever that like denotes, and then just come through like this tower and this majestic energy, and they're just like, no matter what you do, it's like you just embody it, and it's like it's so authentic and real. Like they just are like very intrigued by your energy, like very humbled by your energy, and just like you're somebody that I feel like is very important in this person's journey to learn how to like respect other people. I feel like the way you carry yourself is very, I want to take these out, but I just wanted them to clarify. But I feel like the way that you carry yourself, you hold yourself in such a way that this person is humbled, which I think this person has like a very big ego to begin with. But oh, what were we talking about if this was a family relationship? But I think that this 8 of Wands is just saying that they have a lot of fiery energy inside of them, and that they try to match your energy, but that they just, their emotions get the better of them more so than yours do. At least at this time, it might have been different in the past, but I feel like, especially if this is someone that you've struggled and had contentious or argumentative relationships with since childhood or something, whether it's a sibling or a parent or something like that, um, you've like learned more so, you've like mastered the ability to like calm yourself, whereas like they try to. But do you see how like, okay, now let's look at these two high priestesses and like look, compare these two. But this high priestess, which is representing you, is like very focused on this flower. They're looking at the flower. They're very concerned. They're not like looking at anything else. This one, do you see how they're like holding back their headpiece? I don't know what you call that, their hood, and like looking out. Like again, like it, and look at this dragon. Like I didn't notice there's all these like dinosaurs or whatever on this card, but like they're behind them like rah. Whereas this scenery is very peaceful. There's flowers and growth and things like that. There's not a lot of growth indicated here. It's like it's almost like fake growth. Like not fake, but sometimes you have to fake it till you make it. So I'm not trying to knock this person, but they're still unable to really master this high priestess energy. I feel like they might be somebody that sort of mimics your character a little bit, and maybe like tries to embody some of the same things that you do, but they don't quite got the hang of it the way that you do. They just don't. But yeah, it's like they do want to move forward with the Knight of Pentacles and the Fool. It's like they want to have a fresh start here. They want to like turn over a new leaf in the connection. This is how they want to continue. They want to show up in a more dependable way. And even if they haven't yet mastered the ability to like remain calm and cool, I feel like they want to learn. And with this guide energy, again, maybe you're meant to guide them and they're guiding you. Maybe your interactions with them have like helped you to become so self-contained and self-fulfilled and things like that, and able to like withstand the criticism of others because you just don't care. But maybe they were someone, if this was a family member that was like giving you a lot of criticism in the past, um and you were able to ignore it because you had so much exposure to it. You're like inoculated, if that makes sense. So you're always like learning from each other, and I feel like that is more so a message from spirit, that spirit wants you to know that like this isn't about, oh, you're better than them or they're better than you or anything like that. I feel like this is more so just about spirit wanting to be like, look, everybody learns from each other. We're meant to be in each other's lives and enrich each other's lives and learn from each other. No one has it figured out. Nobody knows what's really going on here. We're all just doing the best that we can, like, using what we have to work with. And I feel like spirit really wants to hammer that message home. Like, this person is trying just like you are trying. And, speak up, speak your truth, continue in your authenticity, because I feel like this person and you, or this could, I think, speak of multiple people in your life, honestly. I feel like this could be a dynamic that exists in your family, exists in your romantic relationships, exists in your, professional life as well. And I feel like um that overall, though, people do seem to have a very high opinion of you and respect you and respect your wisdom and your guidance. And I feel like you have that same feeling towards other people. I feel like this says represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. And I feel like you have that energy towards people where you recognize the divinity in everybody and the purpose of every situation. And you have that sort of mentality, and it helps you to have this very serene, peaceful, accepting energy that you have that people really look up to. So, what is their ultimate assessment of your character? We have the Queen of Cups and the Lovers. Like, they see you as somebody that shows love, that is very emotionally intelligent, that is very intelligent. With the Lovers, that's a Mercury energy. The Queen of Cups is Cancer. So Mercury in Cancer, this is somebody that is very thoughtful. This is somebody that is very intelligent. Again, we talked about emotional intelligence. This is somebody that sees both sides of a situation, always sees both sides of an argument, could perhaps be some sort of mediator. This is how people ultimately see you. They see you as being regal, as being benevolent, as being sweet, um, but sharp. I would say sharp. They see you as somebody that is able to see beyond the situation into like the deeper meaning. And again, we are talking about both sides of the situation. And the Five of Wands, why did they come to this conclusion? I feel like this is somebody that could have fought with you. This is somebody that could have had a lot of arguments with you. This is somebody that could have, again, someone that you maybe, if this is a family member, that's like reminding me of that, like two kids like growing up together or something. But this is somebody that has been on the receiving end, has been in, competitive situations. And I feel like they see you as somebody that remains like true to who you are, and you're not somebody like you'll try to be the bigger person. You're somebody that tries to be the better person and tries to be, again, benevolent and wants harmony between people, even if there are, like, they know that, like, at the end of the day you're going to do the right thing or something like that, is what I'm getting. So beautiful. All right, well, let's get some advice for you guys. Oh, I think these are upside down. Let's get the advice for this connection for you guys. What do you need to know about this connection? What is the advice? Or just in your connections in general? Because I feel like this could speak to multiple. What is the advice for Aries? The crowning, initiation, thresholds, birth, rebirth, a seat at the table. So I feel like this is you coming back. I feel like maybe you like had to take a break from some of your relationships and do some introspection with the High Priestess being here, and just this whole feeling of you being like your own person and whatever. And I feel like with the seat at the table, it's like you're rejoining the table and ready to like use what you've learned. Yeah, the thorn, protection, boundaries, and clear communication. And this is why like you're ready. It's like that you've perfected, this is coming through in the reading, the moon reading that I just did, but the thorn, it's like you're not, I feel like almost I'm getting like the crowning and the thorn, like a crown of thorns. And um how when you know people and you see the truth of people and you see both sides, it's like you see the good and the bad, you have this wisdom, but it's like the thorns like cut into your head, it causes pain. Like I'm getting this sense of like you realizing that the truth of everybody, including yourself, that there's good and bad. And that's how you were able to come to this like wise energy that you embody. And then we have, that's too many. I was only going to get two more. Let's see. What else? What other advice moving forward? Anna, grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations, and divine plan. I feel like you're such a key player in some people's lives. I feel like you were almost like put into like you could see that a lot of the people around you are like kind of the same. Remember how I was talking about like that black sheep energy? It doesn't have to be like that though, but it's like you could just have been born into a family that you felt like a little bit different from, or like the people around you might like you might be like a little bit different or the weird one. We had that eccentric energy, like the odd one out, but in a good way. I feel like you used to think it was bad, but as you've grown up, like you've um looked at it as a good thing. Yeah, don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? You don't fit in and you're not meant to fit in. You're meant to be a little bit different and to have this sort of energy that goes against the grain and challenges people and puts people in their place sometimes, but also like there is this benevolent, loving Queen of Cups energy as well. So it's not just meant to like protect and push people out. It's also meant to like show people how to communicate clearly, and like you're sort of meant to like lead by example and show people that it's not okay to just treat people however you want, and that there has to be boundaries. There has to be, you have to also speak up though when you're upset about something. And there is some message about like speaking on things before they come to a head and get crazy. So I feel like your guides mostly though want you to know that you are a very important part of the people in your life's life. Like you're of a key role to play. And I feel like you could have maybe felt during your life, the course of your life, that you were meant to do things on your own. You were meant to be alone. But I feel like you're meant to be such a crucial part, like the seat at the table. You're meant to be at this table, helping each other learn and grow. And we're all meant to do that together. So beautiful. Thank you so much for watching this reading. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel and stick with me if you want to see more readings and content like this. I appreciate and love you guys and hope you have a great day or night wherever you are. Thank you so much. Bye.